Hey everybody, I'm here today to tell you 5 easy ways to remember things for exams. If you're studying for an exam or for your exams and you want to remember things much better, much easier, much more effectively, these 5 ways will help you. Now let's get right to it. The first thing that you can do is actually walk before an exam. Now, studies have shown that walking or exercising before an exam will help you to remember things because it increases brain power and brain activity. So the reason that I recommend walking instead of running or weightlifting or doing jumping jacks is because walking is virtually passive. You can do it without thinking about it. And as you're walking, you can actually be thinking about the exam information, and that's going to help you to remember the exam information. That's the first way, is walk. The second way is to read out loud instead of just thinking. Now, this one's very simple, but when you read out loud, the information is actually getting into your brain in 2 different ways. When you think, you're just thinking about the information. But when you read out loud, you're thinking about the information and you're also hearing it. So you have 2 different sort of ways that the information is entering into your brain, which allows you to remember things for an exam much better, much more effectively. You'll notice that if you read out loud compared to if you just think about whatever you're studying, that you'll be able to recall the information faster and better. So reading out loud instead of just thinking is the second way that you can remember things for exams much easier. The third way is to actually reward yourself with small little treats. Now, it doesn't have to be like candy or anything like that, but reward yourself. Maybe if you remember 10 things in a row and you study for half an hour straight, what's going to happen is you'll reward yourself by allowing yourself to watch TV for 5 minutes. You turn to the news channel for 5 minutes or something like that. And what that will do is that's going to send messages to your brain saying that if you remember things for the exam, that you get a reward. And it sends all of the various reward chemicals through your body when you've remembered something for the exam. Now, what that does is that tells your brain that you should be remembering things and you'll get rewarded. Okay? So you're sending these messages physically to your brain, saying that, if you remember things for the exam, if you remember what you're studying, and if you study effectively, then you're going to get rewarded. If you learn this information, you're going to get rewarded. And physically, that sends messages that you cannot make those messages up. You do this, and physically it happens in your body, okay? So the third way is to reward yourself, okay? The fourth way is to actually teach others what you've learned. So instead of just reading out loud and thinking about the information and studying it, you want to go to your friend, your parents, your brother, sister, your cousin, your neighbor, whoever. You can even say this to your dog, okay? If you don't have anyone around, you can even say this to a pet, to your fish, to the wall. You want to teach the information. By teaching the information, it gives your brain another way of learning it. So like I said, reading out loud allows you to think about the information and to hear it. By teaching the information, it allows you to sort of process it in a teachable way. So that's the fourth way. You want to teach the information. The fourth way to sort of remember things for an exam. And the fifth and final way that I will talk about in this video is to create mental associations, okay? Now, mental associations can be mnemonic devices. They can be like acronyms. They can be associating a certain piece of information for the exam with something that you see. Maybe it's your shirt. You're going to wear a certain shirt because it's going to remind you about one thing on the exam. That's a quick way that you can create a mental association. Associate one piece of information or one mathematical formula, if it's a math exam, with every piece of clothing and, watch and accessory that you're going to wear. What that does is that allows you to recall that information much easier, because it once again gives your brain another way of remembering it. It's an association way, okay? That's what you're looking for. You're looking for multiple ways to instill the information in your brain. That's going to be the best way to remember information for an exam or for multiple exams. I hope that you've enjoyed this video. Be sure to give it a thumbs up if you liked it. Let me know what your tips are for remembering information for exams and studying for exams in the comments section down below. And above all, please be sure to subscribe for more great videos just like this one. And that's all I have for you today. Thanks for watching.